In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single playoff dark matter from worst all the way to best in NBA 2K23 My Team, including these 8 dark matters right here, the Kevin Durant, the LeBron, the Kawhi, the cards that came originally as a dark matter, and then the Evo cards as well. Cards like De'Aaron Fox, who does get Evo'd up to a dark matter, cards like Jamal Murray, who just got put up to a dark matter, cards like Anthony Edwards that are also dark matters as well. I'll be ranking every single playoff dark matter, like I mentioned, from worst all the way to what is the best playoff dark matter currently in my team. But at the number 11 spot is going to be the new dark matter Jamal. I think he's not a bad point guard at all. Like, he's still 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan, and I think he's got great all-around stats. His jump shot for me, I think, is still super slow, and that's going to be the biggest flaw about this card. And also, I feel like his size up really isn't that crazy good compared to some other point guards in this top 11 dark matter cards. For the playoffs. I do think he has a little bit too big of flaws, with his jump shot being still very slow, or still slow even though it's on very quick timing, and then also having the Jamal Murray size up just isn't going to be on the same level as at number 10. I do have De'Aaron Fox, and you take a look at his dribble sigs, he's also got the Trae Young escape, but then he does have the De'Aaron Fox size up, which is a lot better than the Jamal size up, and he also does have a way quicker jump shot and also a better jump shot in my opinion. He's got front clutches, quick drops off one, and all around, I mean, the cards are very similar stats and badges wise between De'Aaron Fox, between Jamal Murray, that the biggest difference really just comes down to jump shot and dribble sigs, and I think De'Aaron Fox has got better at both of those. And also, like, Fox is super quick in game. Like, he's got 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 99 speed with ball, 98 ball handle, whereas if you look at Jamal Murray, he's still got 97 speed, 97 speed with ball. You're not going to really notice a huge difference, but just because of his dribble sigs, like, De'Aaron Fox moves so much quicker in game that I do think he's the 10th best playoff dark matter currently in the game. At the number 9 spot though is going to be the new dark matter Anthony Edwards. I think he's not a bad shooting guard. He's 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. I mean, once again, these are all going to be great dark matter cards. None of these cards are necessarily bad, and they're all going to have great stats and badges, but it really just comes down to the animation screen, because we know they're going to have great stats. We know they're going to have 30 Hall of Fame badges, and that is obviously great to have on cards, but it really comes down to their animations, and I think they did a pretty good job with Ant giving him his jump shot on very quick timing. It's still not going to be a good jump shot and a quick release, but it's still going to be a little bit better. And then I also do like the fact that they gave him the Kyle Lowry size up and the Trae escape. He's also got the Dame behind the back. He's got the Trae leaner. He's got front clutches, really good dunk packages. I mean, just all around, I think they did a pretty good job with this Anthony Edwards card, and I do think he is the 9th best playoff dark matter currently in the game. At the number 8 spot is going to be the dark matter Tyler Hero. I mean, he's solid. I think he's definitely a solid point guard. You can maybe put Ant over him if you wanted to. So maybe I do go Ant over Tyler Hero, but Tyler Hero does have this defensive size up, which is really good. He's got a solid jump shot. Is Ant better than Tyler Hero? I'm actually starting to think so. I think I might put Ant at number 8 and go Tyler Hero at number 9. I think Ant is just slightly better than Hero at his position. I don't really like this Tyler Hero card. I think his jump shot is a little bit inconsistent. He does have this defensive size up, and his movement's going to be really good, but I think I would take Anthony Edwards actually over Tyler Hero. But at the number 7 spot is going to be the dark matter Anthony Davis. If this card gets an Evo, which he definitely should, because it looks like the Lakers should be able to push the series with the Grizzlies to at least 6 or 7 games and potentially win the series. AD's got to drop at least one crazy performance where he drops 40 points, 15, 17 rebounds, 3-4 blocks on good efficiency. He's got to have at least one of those games in these playoffs, or that's just like a huge disappointment in Anthony Davis. And when he does get that Evo, I mean, if he gets his jump shot put on very quick timing, hopefully they change his base just like they change his upper, because they did change Brook Lopez's base and gave him the Bielitsa base, which is so much better than the Brook Lopez base. So hopefully they would do something similar with this Anthony Davis card, where they give him a new base or a new upper and put that on very quick timing. He's also got very solid dribble sigs. That's the only thing holding this AD card back, is really his jump shot, because he's got great defensive stats. He can really hold his own on the defensive end. He can finish around the rim. He can knock down threes, and he's super athletic. It just really depends on his jump shot and if he gets a faster release and maybe a little bit better dribble sigs. But right now, for his current state of a card, I do think he's the 7th best playoff dark matter in my team right now. At number 6 though is going to be the dark matter Kevin Durant. A very decent small forward. Like, he's 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan. He's got great stats and badges. Nobody's denying that. It's just the fact that they didn't change his jump shot, and I'm just not the biggest fan of it personally. I feel like it's still a little bit slow of a jump shot, and it's just really not that great in my opinion. And also his SIGs, I feel it could be a lot better. Now, if you like Kevin Durant cards and you're good with KD cards, then you'll probably really enjoy using him, and you'll probably be a lot higher on your list. Just for me personally, I don't really like his dribble SIGs. I don't like his escape. I don't like his size up. I think his release is pretty mediocre. I don't even like his leaner that much either. So for me, I do think Kevin Durant is still a really good overall small forward card, just maybe not as high. I'm not as high on him as maybe some other people are. But at the number 5 spot is going to be the Dark Matter Jimmy Butler, a really hard card to rank because at the point guard position, on his out of position, if he was at point guard, I do think he would be the best Dark Matter, from the playoffs. But now that he's only at the 2, I think that does make a tad bit of a difference because he's only 6'7", and now at shooting guard, he's going to have to match up against the T-Max, the Terry Dishingers, the Ricky Davises, the Steve Smith, those type of cards where he can't have that size advantage like he does at the point guard spot if you do match up against other smaller cards. But Jimmy Butler is still a very, very good overall card. I just think he's number 5 for the playoff Dark Matters because at number 4, I think Giannis is a tad bit better at his position, also because now he's 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. If you wanted to put Jimmy Butler over Giannis, which I'm starting to think you might want to, I think Jimmy Butler as a card might be slightly better than Giannis. I think all of these cards are really close that I'm kind of changing my opinion and mine as we go. I think Jimmy Butler at his position might be slightly better than Giannis. So I'll have Giannis at 5 and then have Jimmy Butler at 4. I just think Giannis all around, he's an amazing small forward, being 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. We know Giannis brings that defense to the table, having a 90 block, 95 steal, 96 lateral quickness, 96 perimeter, and a 96 interior defense. And then he's also got, some pretty good animations in the sense that him going to the basket is still virtually unstoppable. Whether he's getting and ones, he's making contested dunks, contested layups, like he still has those crazy good animations. Also, like at number 3, the Dark Matter LeBron, he's going to get those crazy good animations as well. Being a 6'9" small forward with a 7' wingspan, I do think he's slightly better than Jimmy just at his position because Jimmy at shooting guard, I just don't think is going to be that elite compared to LeBron. I still think is an amazing small forward. He has a great player model, amazing to go into the basket. We know LeBron's going to be able to play lockup defense, and if he has, just like Anthony Davis, a crazy performance in one of these playoff games, hopefully against the Grizzlies, like if he just goes crazy, gives you 45, because LeBron can still do that on occasion. And if he does and he gets that Evo card, if he gets a jump shot on very quick timing, or hopefully does get a new base and also a little bit better dribble SIGs, which he already has great SIGs, but maybe like the Trey escape and like the Steve Francis size up, something like that, I think LeBron could be a much better small forward. But even for right now, I think he's going to be the 3rd best playoff Dark Matter. At the number 2 spot is going to be the Dark Matter Kawhi. I think a very underrated card currently in the game. The fact that he can play shooting guard, he's 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan. He's going to have elite defensive stats, including a 97 block, 99 steal, 99 lateral quickness, 99 perimeter, and a 94 interior defense. We know Kawhi is still one of the best on-ball defenders in the game, having tons of Hall of Fame defensive badges, and just all around, I think he's actually got a very, very good jump shot, at least in my opinion, in the catch and shoot. Now, off the dribble, it's a terrible release, but I feel like in the catch, it's actually not that bad on very quick timing. I just wish he had better dribble SIGs. Like the Kawhi Leonard size up is super underwhelming, but then he also does have the John Wall escape. So I think Kawhi, LeBron, Jimmy, Giannis are all very close at that Dark Matter tier. This is just going to be the order that I'm putting them in. And then I think number 1 is pretty clear and obvious in my opinion. I feel like it has to be the Dark Matter Devin Booker because he's a 6'6" point guard with a 6'6" wingspan. And I do think at his position, he's the best out of all these cards in this top 11 because the fact that I think Devin Booker is still a top 5 point guard in the game, at least close to being a top 5 point guard, probably 5 or 6, maybe number 7 at the lowest. Is Kawhi a top 5 shooting guard? I would say probably not. Is LeBron a top 5 small forward? I would say definitely not. Is Jimmy Butler a top 5 shooting guard? I would say Kawhi a bit over Jimmy Butler at the shooting guard spot. I think the point guard Jimmy Butler is definitely better than D-Book and better than Kawhi. It's just at the shooting guard spot. I'm not sure if he's even better than a Kawhi Leonard card. Giannis, I don't think it's a top 5 small forward or power forward. KD, I don't think it's a top 5 small forward. So that's why I do think Devin Booker is the best playoff Dark Matter currently in my team. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my rankings? And let me know, do you guys have any of these new playoff Dark Matter cards? Do you guys have any of the Evos, the De'Aaron Fox, the Jamal Murrays? Do you guys have any of the Anthony Edwards? And let me know maybe some other cards in the playoff set that you guys are really looking forward to getting a Dark Matter. matter. Cards like Jason Tatum, you know, even cards like Russ, John Morant would be really fun to use. Cards like Jokic, Embiid, Curry, you know, Cat, James Harden, you know, these could be some, like JB, like Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday. These could be some super fun cards to have at that dark matter tier. So let me know in the comment section down below all that type of stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.